So it's Anna and Raven today with Star 99.9, today's best mix for our Star 99.9 Michael's Jewelers acoustic session with the guys from Collective Soul.
Yeah.
What's up?
Thanks for having us.
1 year anniversary party. Thanks for being
It
here,
is?
guys. They got me a cake
Really?
and everything,
Nice. Congratulations.
of which Anna is full of deep resentment.
Well, not for nothing, but I had my 5-year this past November, and nobody even sent me an email. But that's cool. Like, have a one-year
We'll
party.
exchange numbers.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, sweetie. When the 6th year comes around, you're going to get something nice.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
I love it. These guys won't forget your name.
Nah.
I mean, I grew up with you. You know, I think you probably hear that a lot throughout the years. I mean, Woodstock, 99, I was there, you know.
Nice.
I don't remember much of it, but I'm sure it was a good time.
We don't either.
So you've gone through, like, all these different phases of the music industry, right? What do you think is the major difference between putting music out, you know, in the early 90s, mid-90s versus today?
People buy it. Back then, there's still an audience that bought it, whereas now, the streaming services and the digital, it's just different. They're more single based now, which is, I think it's cyclical because, if you study music back in the 60s, the Beatles were truly the first band where it was album based. They were single based back in the 60s, a lot of the bands. And then, Zeppelin came along and that's when it started the whole, you wanted to buy the album and listen to everything. So I think it's cyclical, and I think somewhere along the line it'll come back to where people will want to hear the whole piece of the music instead of a single.
We just heard the story last week about the lead singer from Disturbed, like, bugged out at this lady in the audience because, she was in her phone, like, the whole time during the show. And I think, we even see it here. People have the phones are up, they're videoing, they're taking pictures, they're texting, they're Instagramming, they're putting it on Twitter, it's Snapchat, the whole thing, all while it's going on. Do you think that takes away from the experience of music, or do you think that that's just how it's evolved and it's what we have to accept?
I think you kind of have to accept it. I mean, it's one thing if you're sitting there videotaping it or, if you got a quick message. I get that in today's world and quick society. But if you're sitting there on the phone doing this, that's a little disrespectful. Like, why are you here? So I think we've had that once, and I just took the phone from her. I said, I'll give this back to you. Like a teacher, I'll give this back to you when class is over.
That's amazing. Like, what was her reaction to that?
Nothing. She just handed it right to me.
Right. Oh, like, what are you going to do? You don't fight with that.
I got to think that's like rock star privilege. Like, not many other people can get away with that. Maybe a cop, maybe
Right.
a rock star,
That's
maybe
it.
your mom.
Right.
And that's about it, right?
Yeah, but I mean, and the other thing is she was right there in front. So she was like, there's people that paid, if not more money or the same amount as she did, that want to enjoy it. So go away and let somebody that wants to enjoy it come up there.
True.
Or sit there and enjoy it.
Well, you guys are getting out, ready to go out on the road again, too. You talked about working on a little bit of the new music there. When that starts coming together, you said you bounced it with Jesse, pretty much from the get-go. But, I've been following you guys long enough that I've seen 3 different haircuts, Ed. So I know sometimes...
At least, in 3 different colors,
Right,
too.
So I know sometimes, it might be you going into a room and doing something for a while before you bring the guys in. How does that work, organically? Like, what's best for you guys?
Right now, it's best just, iPhone. I'll show guys, because we did it New Year's Eve. I said, here's some ideas I have, and when they're excited about it, it makes me excited. So, and we go, hey, you want to come record? And they're like, let's do it. And we want to stay ahead of the game. We want to have the record done before we go out with the Goo Goo Dolls this summer, just because it was 6 years in between the See What You Started and the one previous. We don't want to wait that long anymore, but that was a necessary break for us. But we want to kick it hard, and everybody's excited,
Talking about that break, how did that come about? Was everybody like, yes, this is what we should do right now at this moment? Or everybody was like, I hate you, I'll talk to you in 12 months.
It was 3 years after the record release. We came in to start recording the new record, and we literally just looked at each other, and we love each other. My brother's in the band. We love each other, but we knew we just didn't like each other at that point. And for so long, we concentrated so much on Collective Soul. That was our life, and no one had really had time to just go figure out what they were or who they were. And it was just a very necessary. I don't think we ever thought we were breaking up. It was just like, go do something that excites you for a year or two. And that's what we did. That's how I met Jesse. We started another band, Sweet Tea Project. Mm-hmm. My brother Dean moved to Venice, California, and he started another band. And Will went and did a solo. So it was just a good break. And then, everybody kept in touch. Nobody was, fighting or anything like that. And then we got Johnny Rabb, which was a great addition, and when we got back together, it just felt natural.
Right, it's got to have that new
and it was the right
energy.
time. It just felt right.
Well, I mean, I can't thank you guys enough for coming out here today and spending this time with us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, man, it's great to have you here at the 1 year anniversary party. I really appreciate it.
You're still now. No fair pouting. This is his day. I know.
It's Anna and Raven with Ed and Jesse from Collective Soul hanging out over at Orange Ale House Grill and Burger Bar over in Orange. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.